Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Raya Raja Kunj Bihari Raja Kunj Bihari Raja. 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 Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Haladeva Mai Subhadra. 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 Jaya Srinath Ji Jaya Bala Gopal Jaya Srinath Ji Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Srinath Ji Jaya Bala Gopal Jaya Srinath Ji Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva. Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva. Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Jai Gaura Hari Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Jai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Hari Nama Sankirtana ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada
Ki
ki
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki
Ki Jai.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Thank you all. Nice to see you all here. So, today we're at the request of our hosts. We're having a class today. Hi! On the appearance of Lord Jagannath. 3 days from now, we'll be celebrating Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra here in Detroit, Michigan. We're very excited and lots of preparations are taking place, so it's a quite appropriate time to discuss this pastime of how Lord Jagannath appeared. We see Lord Jagannath situated here on the right hand side, and we see very unique features of the Lord. Sometimes when we first see, maybe peculiar or different from what we might expect features of the Lord. Big eyes, no arms that we can see, or maybe half-formed arms, torso with leg, a little bit unusual, we can say. But there is a great and important significance of this specific form of Lord Jagannath that we'll discuss today. And every year, Raga Priya Prabhu and his wife asked that we have this discussion, so we're very grateful that we can have this conversation. It's a very sweet story. And the story is the same as last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. But like the rasa of devotional service, each time we taste it, it is sweeter than the last time. That is the nature of spiritual life. In material life, the more we do, the less we enjoy of that activity. The more I watch a specific movie, the less I enjoy it. First time, okay. Second time, third time, by the 10th time, done. And on to the next one. And like that, we are searching and searching and searching. But spiritual life is the exact opposite. Each time we taste or do, we get more enjoyment than the prior time. And that is the rasa of devotional life. And that is why it is never ending. So sweet. So, we'll discuss this pastime today in the allotted time we have. So this will be more of a story today, a little bit of philosophy, and then we can have some discussion at the end. So the appearance of Lord Jagannath, again, is very, very deep and very, very sweet, and lots of meaning behind it. And there's two aspects of how this Lord Jagannath appeared in front of us, how we are able to see this Lord Jagannath now. So we'll first discuss the actual form and why it appears this way, and then we'll discuss the pastime, how he became manifest in the deity form. So we know in Krishna Lila, when Krishna came to this planet, he spent his early childhood years in Vrindavan. We call that his Vraja Lila. And from there, he moved to Mathura. And he performed some pastimes in Mathura, primary of which was, destroying Kamsa. And he performed his Mathura Lila. And then from there, he went to Dwarka. And he performed his Dwarka Lila. So his Lila in this 125 years, it is broken up into three parts. So when he was in Dwarka Lila and enjoying in that mood with his devotees, he was living in a very, we can say, opulent place in Dwarka. And he had 16,108 queens. And they were living in very beautiful palaces, made of jewels and beautiful stones and most opulent we can imagine. And in each palace, Krishna was residing in a unique feature with each queen. One of his potencies, he can expand himself 16,108 times. He is unlimitedly expansion. And he was just showing a small sample of his potency. So in this Dwarka Lila, Queen Rukmini and Satyabhama and the great queen, they are always rendering service to Krishna. And with great care and attention, they are rendering service. And when Krishna is in the deep of his sleep in the middle of the night, he is always speaking. In the deep of the night, we don't know what we are saying. Wherever our heart and mind takes us, we go. And where Krishna's heart was always going? Vrindavan. And he was always speaking, oh my Yashoda, oh Nanda Baba, oh Srimati Radharani, oh the Gopals, and like this, he's always remembering and thinking about all these sweet activities in Vrindavan. So the queens became very curious. We are serving Krishna with so much care and attention and opulence and love. But in the deep of Krishna's meditation, we know where his heart is. It is in Vrindavan. So on the occasion of the eclipse, the solar eclipse, the residents of Dwarka all had gone to Kurukshetra. And the residents of Vrindavan thinking, oh, we have not seen Krishna in so many years. They were longing in separation, so eager to see him. So they thought, let us go to Kurukshetra. Surely Krishna will come from Dwarka. We'll go here from Vrindavan and we'll have an opportunity to meet him. So in that way, Krishna took all the residents of Dwarka to Kurukshetra, and Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mai, and all the gopis and gopals, they all came and they met at Kurukshetra. It was a very sweet reunion. You can imagine after such long separation, how sweet and festive the mood was. Sometimes when we are reunited with family after a long time, it's a very festive and sweet experience. So like that, this was happening. And the queens of Dwarka thought, this is an opportunity for us to understand what is so sweet about this Vrindavan Leela, that Krishna's heart and mind was going there. Now, we may think, because this is how it happens in the material world, that the queens had envy, or they were jealous, oh, Krishna and Vrindavan is better than us. No. Their desire to hear was to also enjoy the sweetness that clearly Krishna was enjoying. They were not there to compare and contrast, to poke holes, and to try to convince, but simply to enjoy Krishna's sweet pastime. So they were deciding, well, who can tell us? Krishna won't tell us. We cannot ask him. Lord Balaram will not tell us. That is not appropriate. Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mai, their mother, father, they won't tell. And they decided, who can tell? Mother Rohini. Queen Rohini, she was the perfect witness because she was there from the time Vasudevji brought Krishna to the home of Nanda Baba until Krishna left. She was constantly witnessing all these activities. And she is somewhat of a neutral party. So that she would be very appropriate to ask to discuss these pastimes. What happened in Vrindavan that was so sweet? So they approached Queen Rohini. Said, please tell us. Said, I cannot tell. I cannot speak about this. Because if I do, then Krishna and Balaram will come and everything will be ruined. They said, no problem. We'll create a secret place to meet. And they said, no, he'll find the secret place also. This Krishna is mischievous, I know. He'll find it. He said, no, we'll make one tent and we'll lock it and we'll have good security. Top perimeter security, impenetrable. And he said, okay, well, who will do security? Everyone is going to want to hear. We know one person we can pick. Mother Subhadra. Mother Subhadra's sister. She already heard. She doesn't need to hear again. She can be the security guard. And more importantly, if Mother Subhadra sees Krishna and Balaram coming and says, stop, only they'll listen to her. They won't listen to us. So they thought, okay, we'll put her in security. They arranged nice tent, nice vyasasana, asked Mother Rohini to sit, and all the queens had gathered. And Mother Rohini, Queen Rohini, began to describe the very, very sweet pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. These very special pastimes. And how he captivated the hearts of everyone by going to the neighbors and taking the milk and butter, by breaking the butter pots, by holding on to the cow, the tail of the cows and calves in the courtyard of Nanda Baba, and dragging in the cow urine and dung and covering his body in a beautiful pigments, and how they used to climb the hills in Govardhan, and all these different pastimes she's explaining. An hour and hour and hour is passing. And Mother Subhadra is saying, what's happening inside? Hours have passed. Nobody has made even the smallest sound. Nobody is moving even. What special katha they are hearing? So she's looking in the tent and she found one small hole. So, okay, let me hear. What is this? Something unique, special. Nobody is even moving. So she puts her ear to the hole and she begins to hear Mother Rohini narrate these sweet pastimes of Vrindavan. Now, whenever Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan are spoken, always Krishna and Balaram come. They are so attracted, so engaged and attached to the devotees of Vrindavan that whenever the narration of their pastimes come, they come. So surely as Mother Rohini is speaking, who is going to come? Krishna and Balaram are walking. And they see Subhadra Mai like this, eyes closed. And they think, what is she doing? Why she's outside? Why not inside? They didn't let her in. So they come to see Mother Subhadra. And Subhadra, what are you doing? And now Krishna and Balaram, the people she was supposed to keep away. And he's like, shh, quiet. I'm hearing her. She was lost, not realizing that Krishna and Balaram had come. And then they ask again, Subhadra, it's us. She says, shh, quiet. Again, she's getting upset. And then they said, what she's listening to? Well, let us listen also. So Lord Balaram goes on left side, Krishna goes on right side. And they're all hearing. And they are so attached. Hearing this sweet relationship between Krishna and his devotees. It's so sweet and so overwhelming. So Krishna and Balaram and Mother Subhadra themselves went into this ecstatic mood. So happy they became. Actually, we can understand that this was the happiest they were in their entire appearance. They had so many wonderful experiences. But hearing this katha from the beloved Mother Rohini, they went into a mood of ecstasy. So ecstatic. And their body began to show very ecstatic symptoms. And their eyes became very big. Their mouth became very large. And the limbs of their body began to retract within. They went into this, almost out-of-body experience, we can say, in layman terms. But this is a state of ecstasy. So whenever something extraordinary is happening, always Narada Muni comes and happens upon the sight. So Narada Muni comes and he sees this very interesting situation. Balaram, Mother Subhadra, Krishna. Ears pinned to the tent, hearing, and this very unique darshan. Some ecstatic mood, and Narada Muni is amazed. Wow, what is this? So he says, Krishna, what is going on? And then Krishna realizes, oh, somebody has come. And he becomes a little bit apprehensive. Oh, we have revealed some, intimate feelings. I didn't want. So they become a little bit, and they regain their composure. Balaram, Mother Subhadra, Narada Muni is here. So they ask. So Narada Muni says, what is this? A unique feature? What happened? What was going on? Krishna said, okay, Narada Muni, you saw this, right? Yes, I have seen it. This is a very private, very intimate experience we are having. Two brothers, sister. Please respect our wishes. Please do not tell. You did not take selfie, did you? No post on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp? No cell phone. Okay, thank you. You have seen it's okay. Consider it your special mercy that you have seen this very intimate darshan of us. But please don't. Narada Muni, I want to give you a boon. Please ask any boon for this great service of keeping this between us and you. Narada Muni says, oh, you'll give me a boon? Yes. Okay. Narada Muni says, but I need you to promise that you'll give what I ask. And Krishna says, come on, Narada Muni, how many boons I have given you? Have I ever not given? He said, no, this time I need promise. He wanted double insurance policy on the boon. Okay, I promise whatever you ask, I'll give. And Narada Muni says, okay. Well, you want me not to tell anybody. I'll agree. But the boon I want is that all of humanity, everyone, have the same fortune I just had to see this form. Krishna said, oh, you have defeated me again. This is the relationship between Krishna and his devotees. His devotees is always defeating Krishna. They are the ones defeating Krishna in a wrestling match. They are the ones who are, making Krishna dance for the buttermilk. Oh, time and time again. That the love of Krishna's devotee is even stronger than Krishna himself. It's like this, Narada Muni asked for the benediction that we all have the fortune that Narada Muni had. So Krishna said, okay, Narada Muni, you have tricked me, but I will agree. This very intimate and very personal darshan I'll give, but not now. I'll give later. There will come a time when people will become very lazy in their spiritual life. Even the yuga dharma of chanting the holy names will become difficult for them. So I will come in this form. And just by seeing me in this form, by seeing my eyes and seeing the red of my eyes outside of the white, one will obtain utmost mercy. And I'll give darshan over and over and over again. And I'll also give Mahaprasad. So much prasad that by filling the belly, filling the eyes, eventually will fill the heart with devotion. So, he said that time will come in the future. And that's why we say this prayer, right? Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami Bhava Tume. Let Lord Jagannath be the object of my vision. Because by just taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, one's whole existence becomes purified. And one can make progress just by darshan of this very intimate and private experience Krishna, Balaram and his sister mother Subhadra are having. All by the great mercy of Narada Muni, who gave us, for our blessings, the benediction. This is the nature of a devotee. When they get something special, something very unique and great, they don't keep it for themselves. They want the whole world to benefit. We may think, oh, I want it so I can be different than anybody else. I saw, you didn't see. That is not the mood of a devotee. And Narada Muni, for our benefit, brought this vision to all of us. So as I said, Krishna said, not now, but I will show them later. So how this happens? Now this is explained in our Puranas. The pastime of how Lord Jagannath came. And this takes us back to one great king Indradyumna. Indradyumna Maharaj was a great king. This is during the Satyuga time frame and the area of Avanti. And Avantipuri was a king, and he was ruling great lands, quite a big area, almost all of India he was ruling. And as many of the kings in those days, he was a great devotee. A king who rules under devotional principles, creates such a sweet and harmonious existence for all citizens. And Indradyumna Maharaj was certainly such a king. We call them Rajarishis. Raja Rishis. They are described throughout Srimad Bhagavatam. So many of them. So King Indradyumna was there. And he had a desire to see Lord Krishna, Lord Narayan. He had a desire. And so Narada Muni came. We're going to hear lots of Narada Muni's participation in this lila. And so Narada Muni came and said, you want to see the Lord? Well, Krishna eternally resides in one place throughout entire duration of Brahma's life. So each universe exists for the duration of Lord Brahma's life. And Lord Brahma lives 100 years, but not our years. He lives 100 of his years. And just one day of Brahma is 8.6 billion years. That's one day. Like that, times 365, times 100. Some 311 trillion something years, something math I remember Srila Prabhupada comment. An astronomical number. That is the duration of Lord Brahma's life. And during that time, Krishna is present on this earth. And he stays in one place. In this Nilachal area. Nilachal means blue mountain. He stays in a blue mountain. And so during the first 50 years of Lord Brahma's life, his life is split into two parts. The first part, he is present here as Nilamada. So he is present in this Nilamada. So Narada Muni said this Nilamada is present in this Nilachal area. And if you want, you can go see him there. So King Indradyumna became very enthusiastic. And so Narada Muni sketched out one map and said, you go deep in the forest, jungle, you'll find one blue mountain. And on this blue mountain, you will see Nilamada. Very beautiful form of Krishna residing there. So you go and you see. So King Indradumna sent out one of his great ministers by the name of Vidyapati. He was a big scholarly person, very intelligent. He was a sannyasi. And so he gave the map and he said, you please go and find this Nilamadav. You mark his location, then you come back, and then we'll all go and have nice darshan of Nilamadav. And they planned some holiday this way. These are the kinds of holidays. Seeing the Grand Canyon and Niagara Falls, okay? They went to see Nilamadav. So now finding this Nilachal hill is no ordinary thing. No GPS, put in the GPS, go. And from Avanti to Orissa is quite some long distance. And how Vidyapati went? Walkie-talkie. Just walking. Through dense jungles, following. And he was coming. And Narada Muni said that you will know you have reached this forest because there are so many forests, so many jungles. He said this jungle in which Nilamadav is residing has one special feature, characteristic. And that is, in this jungle, there is no envy. Even the animals, they have no envy. Okay? So, how I'll decide, I don't know, but let me make progress. And he was following the map, and he crossed one big river, and came around, and he came to one area, pretty close to the map. And he observed one thing. He saw one deer kissing a tiger. He thought, okay, this must be it. Never deer will kiss tiger. Tiger won't eat. There is love between these. So this must be this Nilachal area. So Vidyapati went and was asking, this deity I'm looking for, Nilamadav, where is he? Don't know. Nobody knew. Finally this is a jungle now. So this is basically a jungle tribe. Very simple people, not interested in any outwardly activities, very nice, pious, sweet people, and they're into their own business. Someone has come trying to be helpful, but they don't know. You can ask our pradhan, our leader. Every village, every community has a leader. You ask our leader, he might know something. He's a very sweet, pious person. He's always doing something. So you go. So they gave direction to his house. He has one gate. You go and you see. So Vidyapati goes and makes his way to the home of Vishavasu. Vishavasu is the name of this leader. So he knocks on the door, and Vishwavasu's daughter answers. Her daughter's name was Lalita. And he's explained, that I'm here. I want to know about some things. Your, father, leader is here. No, he is taking some rest now. So you come in. She's a very cultured person. Sannyasi has come, hosted very nicely, gave him nice place to sit, some water, prasad. So like this, Vidyapati had entered the house and was waiting for Vishwavasu to rise. He was taking rest. But Vishwavasu's schedule was a little bit peculiar. His schedule is not like ours. So he would sleep during the day. And in the early evening, he would get up and he would take one plate. During the day, Lalita would go into the forest and collect all the nice flowers, berries, fruits, and she would make one beautiful offering plate. And then Vishwavasu would take that along with some paraphernalia and go into the night, deep into the jungle. And then in the morning time, some early morning time, he would come and return. And when he comes back, his body would smell so fragrant, so sweet, like nothing anyone has ever seen. And he would come home, take prasad, take bath, and then take rest. And then like this, his schedule would go. So when Vishwavasu rose, he saw that this Vidyapati had come. Oh, you've come into my home. Have you taken prasad? Have you taken rest? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Whatever you have come for, I have something to do. I'll be back, and you just wait here. So Vishwasu left. But like this, his schedule continued for several days. Almost 1 week had passed. And he is wondering, something is here now. Something is here. So in this time, he decided that, I'm here, and this Vishwasu's daughter Lalita is here. Better we get married. So he decided to renounce his ashram. He's doing out of actually a service to King Indradumna. So he renounces ashram and he decides to get married. Vidyapati is, obviously, Vishwasu is very happy. Oh, I found a very eligible person for my daughter. I didn't have to go find. We know matchmaking these days is very difficult. This Krishna has arranged such a nice, cultured sannyasi has come, and my daughter obviously very devotional. So nice, matches there. Great. So married. So like this, Vishwasu continued on his schedule, and Vidyapati, he was there for one service. Now almost 1 month had passed. Right? Long time he had left King Indradumna. He's looking. So one day, Lalita comes and brings the prasad plate for Vidyapati. He says, I'm not eating. I'm fasting. On strike. What? I'm strike. Why are you on strike? I need 2 answers. What 2 answers do you need? I want to know, where is your father going in the evening and why he is going. Shh! Don't talk. Don't ask. What? One time I asked my father that and slept. Since then I have never asked again. Something he's doing, I don't ask. I prepared a plate, and that's it. Some top secret he's doing. Why Vishwasu is top secret? Because Nilamada was so attached to Vishwavasu's service. He said, whole world is there. Nilmadhav had one pujari, one servant, and that Vishwavasu. So dear. He said, I am yours. If anyone else sees me, they will try to add the seva, and if they see this, I'm gone. I'll leave. So Vishwavasu was so protective. Not even his own daughter had taken darshan, because they would leave. Nilamada would leave. So Lalita said, it won't happen. Vidyapati said, okay, I'm fast till death. No problem. No prasad for me. Now Lalita stuck. Well, you are fasting, then I'll also fast. So she began to fast. And Vishwasu asked, why you have taken your prasad? Why you have not taken? Oh, you're on a fast till death. Really? Come on, what's the problem? Oh, I need 2 answers. What 2? Whatever you want. You're my daughter, my only daughter. Of course I'll give. And she says, okay, my husband will not eat unless I give him these 2 answers. Where you're going at night and why? He said, fast till death. And he walks away. I'll not tell. He did not. He was angry. And after some time, he cooled down. He thought, my only daughter, I cannot bear separation. I cannot be the cause of her fasting till death. Her husband is in my home. How I can... Okay. Very reluctantly, he explained, I'm going deep into the jungle. Nobody knows how to go. I go at night, following a specific trail, up onto a hill, this Nilachal hill. This is all taking place in Jagannath Puri area. And I am worshipping Nilamada. Now Vidyapati has confirmed his hypothesis. His check on his map is complete. He is excited. So, Lalita brings prasad. Fasting. What? What's wrong now? You got your 2 answers. He says, no, I must know. I want to see Nila Madhav. I want your father to take me. Because deep into the jungle, not exactly sure where, how he'll bring King Undidimnya. So how he'll find him. And Lalita said, this will never happen. Another slap is coming for sure. But I know your determination now. You're going to die from fasting. I'll die from fasting. I might as well present. And so she presents to Vishwasu, and Vishwasu becomes angry again. But of course, daughter always wins in discussion with father. So Vishwasu said, okay, I have no choice. I cannot be the cause of death of daughter and son-in-law in my own home. So they agreed, and they're going to put a tight bandage around the eyes. Cannot see up, down, left, right. And he was going to hold his hand, and he'll take. Vidyapati became very ecstatic. So that evening, they went deep into the jungle. Vidyapati, no idea where he's going, but he made some marker trail by dropping some mustard seeds. And he knew mustard plant would grow, and that would be his marker. So like that, he carried on all the way up. And when Vishwasu took off the bandage, Vidyapati was just overwhelmed in ecstasy, seeing this most beautiful Nila Madhav. So beautiful form of Krishna. And then Vishwasu began to worship Nila Madhav. Now Vishwasu is, just again, jungle tribesman. Studied no shastra, no training, no, Brahmin initiation, no bhakti shastri, nothing. And this is a big pandit, Vidyapati. So knowledgeable, shastra, great devotee. So he's watching Vishwasu offer. And, we know when we offer arti, we offer first incense, then ghee lamp, then argyam, then vastram, then pushpam, chamar, in the order, right? So Vishwasu is offering, he's doing chamar first, then he's doing this artik, and then he's offering flower. But he sees that Nila Madhav is so ecstatic and happy in the service. And he sees all the different devatas have come to watch. Even the animals, the snakes and the deers and the tigers, are a big assembly to watch and observe Vishwasu worship Nila Madhav. So sweet service, Abhishek, everything he's doing. And Vidyapati says, I have so much knowledge. Even I have some devotion. But nothing compared to Vishwasu. See, bhakti is not about how many slokas I've memorized. It is not about how, perfectly your tilak looks or how nice you can sing a bhajan. That is not bhakti. Bhakti is here. It is not about rituals, ringing the bell and chanting a mantra. Vishwasu is doing everything opposite. But he was doing to the best of his ability, to the best of his knowledge, and with the intense desire to please. That is bhakti. Desire to please Krishna. And Nila Madhav was overwhelmed in ecstasy. He gave his worship, whole planet, universe is here. And he was one pujari. No temple we see one pujari. But Nila Madhav, the form that is existent for half of all of the existence of this universe, is being worshipped by Vishwasu. We see the power of bhakti. And it comes from the heart. It is about the intent. So, Vidyapati was very happy to see this worship, abhishek, offerings, and then everything wrapped up, and they tied back, and they both come home smelling so fragrant, and the reciprocation between them and Krishna. And so they reach in the home early morning, Their Mangalarti, they're going to sleep, and this is the nature. So Vidyapati is ecstatic now. He has seen Nilamada, he has marked his trail, and so after 1-2 days, he didn't want to be so obvious. He said, I'll take some leave now. And he left. And where did he go? He did not forget. He was doing service to a great devotee in Maharaj. He did not say, oh, I have seen Nilamada, I have married the Pradhan's daughter, I can go now every day. No. He had a service to do. And so he left Nilamada and went back to Avanti. And he informed, by this time Indradumna Maharaj had given up. He's not coming back, maybe he got lost, who knows. So much time had passed. But then he saw Vidyapati, he said he was found. He said, yes, I found, so beautiful. And Indradumna Maharaj said, let's go, now. And he started to go. His Queen Gundicha, said, I'm coming too, wait. Queen Gundicha came. All the ministers said, no, I want to go. And then all the sub-ministers, and then every whole country. King Indradumna was not attached to his royal palace, all of his opulence. He did not say, you bring the deity to me. He was king. No. And he said, let us go immediately. His attachment was to Krishna, his bhakti. Yes, everything else was a responsibility he had. But his ultimate attachment was to the Supreme Lord. And so, they made great arrangements. Now you can imagine what it would take to move so many people this far distance through the jungle. You have to pack on bullock carts and horses, elephants, and just walk. We go on a trip to India, how many suitcases we take, right? How much preparation, food, this, that. This is a whole country, hundreds of thousands of people. So they are going with great effort. And they have to cross one river, this Mahanadi river. This comes in our Shastra, a very holy river. And at one point it's almost 6-7 kilometers wide, very big river. So just to cross hundreds of thousands of people by boat would take 1 month. You have to cross and create campsites, cook. So like this, with great effort, they reached the Mahanadi River. And then, after some great effort, they crossed. And as soon as they crossed, maybe 1 month had passed by now, traveling through dense forests, so much austerity, walking. One sound comes, this transcendental sound, like this when Kamsa is driving, right? Devaki and Asudevji home from the wedding, and this transcendental sound comes. What is called that? Akashvani comes and said, "You fool! The 8th child was going to kill you," like that. So there's one Akashvani comes and says, Nilamadav is left. Devastation. Indradumna Maharaj is devastated. All his effort, and Nilamadav is gone. And he said, what to do now? Better we just end here, no need. But Narada Muni comes, says, no, let us go, let us reach this Shishetra area, and let us see, something will happen. Let us make some plan. They're just close by, so they carry forward and they reach. And they perform one big yagya, big giant yagya. They perform this Ashwamedha yagya. And Narada Muni is overseeing this yagya. And King Indradumna Maharaj is very happy this yagya is completed. And out of this yagya comes one self-manifested deity of Lord Nrsimhadev. As Lord Nrsimhadev, first deity that appeared after Nilamadav left. So this Lord Nrsimhadev deity appears. And King Indradumna, with great love, gave millions and millions of cows in charity to the Brahmanas. So he arranged all the local kings, bring all your, because he was ruling all of them. He said, you bring your cows, I want to give to the Brahmanas. This is the culture, our Vedic culture. Kings do not hoard the wealth for themselves. They distribute it to those in need. So they, like this King Indra, gave great charity, and there were millions and millions of cows. Last week we spoke about the watching of Gundicha temple, right? And we said they brought water. They brought water behind Gundicha temple. There's this Indradyumna Sarovar, the pond. So that pond was made as all these millions of cows were standing there, and they were passing urine and stool, and it became very soft area, and this huge pond was made from these cows that were given in charity. And still today that kund is there, that Sarovar is there. And this resides just behind the Gundicha temple. We'll come to this Gundicha temple in a second. So after this yagya is performed, Lord Nrsingadev is up for one more. Akashvani comes and says, okay, I have left as Nila Madhav. This is Krishna now speaking. But I am come in a new form. I am coming in a giant piece of wood, log. I'm coming in a giant log at this specific place, just nearby, a few kilometers away, where the river hits the ocean. You go there and you'll see giant log. And now Indradyumna Maharaj becomes again enthused. You can see in devotional life we have setbacks. They have so much effort, crossed the river, and then gone. But did he quit? No. He carried on. And then performed this yagya. And got one. Krishna is coming now. New form. And so they very eagerly go to the ocean where this river is meeting, and they see one giant log. Become very enthusiastic. So King Jagannath sends some men to come and pull log. It's not moving. Oh, okay, we need maybe it's very heavy, big log. So they bring many elephants. And they tie big ropes. And tie thousands of elephants. And the elephants start marching, moving. Log isn't moving even 1 millimeter. And they bring horses. Many horses. Tie more ropes. They have elephants pulling. Horses pulling. Big soldiers are pouring. We have elephant power, horse power, manpower. Nothing is happening. Weeks have passed now. They are trying to pull this log. Again, Indradyumna Maharaj is defeated. All this effort, now we can't do anything. We cannot get it out even. What to do? And he began to lament. And Narada Muni says, Krishna will not come. We are not the devotee in this area. We must find his chief servant, Vishwavasu and Lalita. They can bring him out. Oh, good idea. So they began to post on Facebook, WhatsApp, Vishwavasu, Lalita, if you're here, please meet us this time. They started sharing location. I am here. Not quite. But they went out and began to shout, Vishwavasu, Lalita, Vishwavasu, Lalita. Went everywhere asking where he's gone. Don't know. After some time, we stopped seeing them both. They went to his house. All the weeds and trees had grown. Clearly they had not stayed there for much time. Oh, they must have left their body. So like this, again Narada Muni says, now Vishwavasu, Lalita are gone. Never get this log out. Narada Muni says, no. You are calling them. They don't want to hear their names. You tell them Nila Madhav has come. Then you will get their attention. Oh, good point, Narada Muni. Good point. So then they start calling, Nila Madhav has come, Nila Madhav has come, Nila Madhav has come. And immediately, out from some bushes, come two creatures. Now, Vidyapati is looking. One is Lalita, he's not even recognizing. So skinny, completely emaciated, just bones and some skin hanging on. And two one other person, just skeleton and skin. They had not eaten anything since Nilamadav had left. And they come out dancing and dancing. Nilamadav is here! Nilamadav is here! And then they begin to cry, so much, crying. And King Indra is saying, why are you crying? He says, you don't know, but this Nilamadav is very naughty. He is calm, but he'll also run away. And I'm sure he has run away. And Indra said, no, we have tied him with big ropes. And Vishwasa remembered, oh yeah, Mother Yashoda tied Krishna with small ropes. And he stayed. So maybe with King Indra big ropes, maybe he also stayed. And so they began, says, okay, let's go. And they became enthusiastic. And as soon as they came around the corner and they saw the log. Now they did not see log. What did they see? Nilamada. They ran running into the water. Oh, Nilamada, what have you eaten all these days? Who has given you bath? Who has changed your clothes? Are you okay? And they're holding and just bring the whole log on their lap and just sweetly petting and all giving. Didi hasn't even come yet. This is just log. It is not just log. They were seeing and interacting with their Nilamada. And so they were so sweetly speaking in such a loving mood. Crying. And so the King Indra saw them. That they just easily picked and put on the lap. Now we have no hope of taking him. They had built a campsite nearby to bring him. So they asked Lalita, Vishwasa, you please carry. Yeah, no problem. One hand. Thousands of horses, elephants, people. These two emaciated skin. Krishna does not come with us out of our strength, out of our intelligence, out of our power. He comes with our love. And so they carried this giant log to the campsite. And they built, basically a home. And so now they had to carve. Narada Muni instructed, now you bring some carpenters and you'll carve form of Krishna. Okay? So carpenter come, one took, all his tools are breaking. Next carpenter comes, took, everything's breaking. So many carpenters come. Again, King Indra just sat back. Could not get it out of the water. Now it's here, and now nobody can cut it. We couldn't cross the river. Setback after setback. Devotional life is not easy. We must overcome these obstacles. When we overcome obstacles in devotional life, then we get real purity. It is difficult. Setbacks come. Srila Prabhupada used to explain, to make gold pure, it is mixed with some metals. To purify gold, you must heat it in fire, and then the impurities will separate from the pure gold. Like that, the impurities in the heart, sometimes a little bit of difficulty is there. It is for our purification. So King Indra is going through great difficulty, but it was for his purification. And he carried on. And so finally, they called, Krishna himself comes in his expansion and comes as an old man and begins, says, I'll carve the deity, but on one condition, that I'll carve 21 days I must remain undisturbed. You don't interrupt me. Gundi just said, you're an old man, at least we'll give you some prasad, some water. No, nothing. We'll slide under the door. Nothing. Nothing. If you interrupt me, as soon as you interrupt me, I'll leave. 21 days you must give. Okay. King Indra locked the door, put double security. Nobody go inside. He was not going to be defeated now. He had his wood. He had the carpenter. He had the place. Now he is going to have his darshan. Finally. Months and months have passed. So 1 day has passed. 2 days passed, and Queen Gundicha is being very inquisitive, so she would go, and every day hearing tuck, 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 tick, 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 tuck, 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 tuck. Very happy. Day 1, 2, 4, 10, 11th, 12th day. No tuck, 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 tuck. No sounds. Now Queen Gundicha becomes so anxious. Into the Mars, do something. He has died for sure. 12 days, this old man, he cannot survive. We are responsible. How much bad luck we'll get. Open the door. He said, no. He said 12 days. No, 21. 9 more left. Do not. No, how you can do this? How you will be able to sleep? Carry on your head. You have killed this old man. Great person. Surely we can revive him. Give him some food. King Mars knew. No, don't open the door. But Queen Gundicha was persistent. And so, at the request of Queen Gundicha, they opened the door. And they opened the door. And gone. Carpenter. And Indra is looking around. No, he's not there. And he looks at the deities. Oh, they're only half finished. No arms, no legs, just basic features of the face. Oh, nobody else can carve. And now we have unfinished. This is wasted. This is not, we cannot worship this. And then Narada Muni comes and says, no. This is the authorized form of the Lord. I have seen it. I have seen it many, many millenniums ago. And Krishna promised he would show. And now this form is manifest. Which form? That form from Kurukshetra. When Krishna, Balaram and Mother Subhadra were hearing their Vraja Leela pastimes in such ecstasy. And now this form was seen. And this is the big eyes, limbs, legs like this. Big smile that we see. And so, Lord Jagannath has now appeared. It is not half finished. It is fully finished. And so, Narada Muni says to Indra, now you build a big temple and you do an installation ceremony. So Indra builds a giant temple. This Jagannath temple we see was built by King Indraduna. Giant temple was built. Now for installation of these deities, and I'll not call any pujari. He went to Lord Brahma and said, Lord Brahma, you please come, and can you give invitation? Can you please come for installation? So in meeting Lord Brahma, he came. Now, meeting with Lord Brahma, his time clock I explained is very long. So a few minutes meeting with Lord Brahma, millions of years have passed. So back down on earth, one king, King Galamada, was going on his horse on the beach area just here. And his horse fell. Why my horse has fallen? King's horse never falls. And they did an investigation, found that he tripped on one piece of metal. So Galamada says, you pull the metal, see what it is. But they were pulling, not coming. They began to dig and dig. And what that metal was, it was the chakra. The Sudarshana chakra on top of the temple. And they dig and dig and dig, and they unearth this giant temple. Wow, giant temple is here. They began to explore, and they went to the altar. They said, what are these dolls? Some playthings are here. These dolls, these wooden dolls are there. Unmade deities. Put them in the storeroom. Put them away. And he was a great devotee of Lord Narayan. And so they put beautiful deity of Lord Narayan there. And he began to worship. He took Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra and put in the storeroom, making unfinished dolls. So like this, many years had passed. Galamada is, taking the worship and, great devotee. So finally, King Indradumna comes back from his invitation journey of Lord Brahma and says, who are you? Galamada says, who are you? This is my temple. Who are you? Indradumna Maharaj. We have no record of you anywhere. Man, so many years have passed, records have gone. We have no record of you. So Indra Maharaj says, no, this is my temple. I built this. And Kala Maharaj says, what do you mean? I found it in the earth. I saw it here. And this argument is happening. Nobody is backing down. And this is taking place at this place called Rohini Kund. This is a kund just outside, if you've been to Jagannath Puri, in Jagannath Temple, just outside of Vimala Devi's altar, there is this Rohini Kund. It is explained that when at the end of Brahma's life, there's a destruction in the universe. It begins with the inundation of water. The whole area is flooded. And it is explained that the waters come from this kund itself. So there's a kund there and there's one tree. And on the tree there was a bird, a crow, sitting. And so he's watching this debate and it's getting a little bit heated. So the crow then speaks and says, actually, let me tell. This is actually Indra Maharaj's temple. He built it so and so time. Kalamadav, you've come afterwards, so actually it is his. Kalamadav, who are you to speak? You are a crow. I am not taking any decision from a crow. And then the crow comes down in his Chaturvyuha form as Lord Narayan himself and says, I am the witness. And Kalamadav says, oh, my worshipful Lord is now speaking. And surely this must be King Indra Maharaj's temple. So he gave up the temple. Indra Maharaj goes and looks. Huh? Where are my deities? Oh, we have kept them in the storeroom. Storeroom! As dog! Bring them immediately! And they took out Lord Narayan. And they installed the deities. And today you go on the left hand side, you'll see there's a temple outside of Jagannath temple. This Lord Narayan is there. And you take worship of them first as the first deities. And then you see Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So a grand, exquisite installation ceremony takes place. Finally, Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram and Mother Subhadra. How much effort crossing the jungle, crossing the rivers, intense fire sacrifice, trying to pull the log from the water, finding a carpenter, and then the carpenter maybe dying. Then going to Brahman, losing the temple, deities in the storeroom. Finally, Lord Jagannath, Lord Mother Subhadra, and Lord Balaram Ki Jai are here in the vision. So Indra Maharaj is very, very happy. Very happy. So Lord Jagannath being very happy also with his great devotees, seeing the sincerity, Krishna reciprocates with sincerity. When he sees that we are trying, he is not looking for perfection of execution. He is looking for effort. How much there my child is trying. Seeing the great enthusiasm of King Indra Maharaj to establish a beautiful temple for him, he became very pleased. And so he offered him a boon. So King Indra Maharaj said, boon? Devotees are very smart. Narada Muni's asked for boon is very smart. We are all benefiting from that. So King Indra Maharaj's boon is a little bit peculiar. He says, I want no children. Queen Gunicha is sitting right there. She's like, devastated. What? No children? I want no children. Lord Jagannath says, why you want no children? He says that generations will come. And you are the Lord of the universe. You are our worshipable deity. I do not want my lineage, my family thinking this is our deity. We are yours. You are not ours. And I don't want my future generations thinking and claiming that this is my deity. So I want you to be the deity of all humanity. And that is what Krishna said. I will come when people are very, lazy in their sadhana and give them the utmost mercy. So, but Queen Gundicha was devastated. How you can ask for such a foolish boon of no children? I want children. You are asking this. And Lord Jagannath said, don't worry. I'll also fulfill your desire. She says, how you can fulfill no children and children. And he says, Lord Jagannath says, we will be your children. I am your son, Balaramji is your son, and meet your daughter, Mother Subhadra. We are your children. And Queen Gundicha says, yes, that is nice you say, but sons, they have to perform so many rituals after we leave. Who will do that? I'll do that. Even to this day, Lord Jagannath performs the Shraddha ceremony for Queen Gundicha. Still to this day, the pujaris enact. Of course, this is in Leela. Now no need is there. So, Queen Gundicha said, yes, but, if you are my son, sons come and visit mother every once in a while. You'll not come and see me. You're staying in this opulent temple. He says, no. You are staying in your palace just a few kilometers down the road. Every year I'll come to your home. And that is why Lord Jagannath goes to which temple? Gundicha temple. He is going to see his mother. And he every year stays 1 week. 1 week there. Because he made the promise. So, in this way, it is like him going to his mother's house. We discussed last time cleaning of Gundicha temple. This Gundicha is coming from Queen Gundicha. So like this, she was satisfied that I have my children and they'll come and see me. King Indudimna was very satisfied. And then he asked for one more boon. And this boon we are also the extraordinary beneficiaries of. He said, I want to serve you very opulently. King was not interested in taking the riches and serving himself. He was interested in using his riches and serving Krishna. So he said, Lord Jagannath, I want to serve you. I want one boon. That I will feed you. And then we'll wash your hands after eating. But before your hands dry, next offering you should accept. And so like this, to this day, there is a continuous offerings. As soon as Lord Jagannath's hands are being dried from the offering, that is left and a whole new offering comes. And it is a river of flow of boga and going prasad. And then you go to the market and you can relish the most amazing prasad you'll ever have in your life.
This happens in Lord Jagannath.
That's what I'm speaking of only. Jagannath Puri still, they cook, no gas, only wood, pot. They cook the pot once and then new pots. Lord Jagannath never has second pot used. Specific. It's the world's largest kitchen. And so like this came from the benediction of King Indudimna asked. So like this, Lord Jagannath thus became manifest. So we know that Lord Jagannath is present now in the second half of Lord Brahma's duration. So we know that Lord Brahma in our era has crossed 50 years by the fact that Lord Jagannath has appeared and Nilamada is now no longer. So Krishna remains present in Nilachal eternally. First 50 years is Nilamada and now is Lord Jagannath. He is the Lord of the universe. By just having darshan of Lord, one can obtain the perfection of life to take to the process of devotional service. It is so sweet. And we know the mercy of Lord Jagannath, that even those who cannot or will not go into the temple to see him, he comes out to bestow the mercy of his eyes. The benediction of his eyes. They're so sweet. And we just look and come into it. We pray, let you be the object of my vision, not my cell phone and my movies and my cricket team. Let you, my Supreme Lord, be the object of my vision. So this Friday or Sunday we'll celebrate Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra, and we can pray like this. When we are pulling the Rath, we are pulling the rope. We're actually pulling Lord Jagannath into our hearts. That should be our consciousness. How I can pull the Lord. Trust me, Krishna's chariot does not need our hand power. He has his own power. He moves his cart as he wants. Our pulling is an effort to pull Lord Krishna into our heart. And one who pulls the chariot, the rope of Lord Jagannath, is given the eternal blessing of spiritual life. So encourage anyone and everyone to come and just pull the rope. Enjoy some prasad, watch some cultural activities, maybe read a book, whatever you want. And just enjoy this most exorbitant mercy. And remember, this darshan is the most intimate, rarest of darshan that Narada Muni saw at the highest of Krishna's happiness, hearing his pastimes in Sri Vrindavan Dham. And by the mercy of Narada Muni, we now see, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we don't even have to go to Jagannath Puri. Don't think that these deities are any different. They're non-different than the deities in Jagannath Puri. And so Lord Jagannath is so merciful that not only he's coming out in Puri, he's now all over the world. Over 500 Rath Yatra festivals are taking place for the benefit of all of us. So let us relish and enjoy. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada, Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda. Any comments or discussion? Questions?
For Jagannath, for that point of time when for Indudimni Maharaj, Narad Muni is coming to rescue every time for whenever he's facing so many issues. We don't, where are we?
Where are you? So Narada Muni is coming and saying carry on. Narada Muni is saying do this yagya. Narada Muni is saying this is the form, right? That's a very wonderful question. So where are we? So we have the exact same opportunity, non-different, that King Indudimna Maharaj had. Sometimes we get this question, Arjuna had the benefit of Krishna speaking to him and guiding him in how to find answers to his questions. So how we are going to have our Krishna to speak to him? So this message, its potency is carried on by Guru Parampara. We perceive differences in the message, but there are no. Just as Vishwasu, when they came out and he saw the log, he did not see the log, he saw Krishna. Just like that, in our immature state, we think, I don't have that same. But we have non-different. Evam parampara praptam imam rajaso viduhu sakalaneha mahata yoga nashta parantapa. Krishna says, I have established this parampara to deliver this message, to give the knowledge. So what we are reading here and hearing is non-different. The guidance is there. The instructions are there. They're equally potent because it's coming in parampara. It is coming authorized. There is no difference between the speaking of Krishna and the speaking of Guru. That's why we say Sakshad Hari Tvena. That the Guru is a representative of Krishna. He is not Krishna, but he is the representative of Krishna, and he is carrying with it the potency of Krishna. So when Srila Prabhupada is giving us instruction, it is coming directly from Krishna through Guru Parampara to us. There is no difference, not one iota. So how to carry on in devotional life, how to overcome those obstacles, how to have faith, how to know to go left or right, that we get through Guru Parampara. And so through the surrender of Guru, that comes. And Guru's instructions don't come in just Vapu association, meaning personal, physical association. The Guru-disciple relationship is a spiritual relationship. So the instructions come, Divya Gyan Hridaya Prakashito. We chant this every day in our Guru Vandana prayers. Divya Gyan, this Gyan is given where? In the Hridaya, in the heart. It is a heart-to-heart communication. So the medium is spiritual. It is not physical. So there is no difference between Vani and Vapu, which means the words or the association. There's no difference. So when we read Srila Prabhupada's purports, that is no different than having Srila Prabhupada right here speaking to us one-to-one. Because he is speaking in these purports one-to-one to us. There's no difference. We may perceive a difference, but spiritually, there is zero difference. So we have the exact benediction, the same benefit. Because remember, Krishna makes the opportunity for each and every one of his lost children to come home. He doesn't say, okay, you have a lesser opportunity, you have a greater opportunity. No. Everyone has the same opportunity. But it is up to us to decide. So it takes some faith in Guru and Sadhu and Shastra, this Guru Sadhu Shastra system, to understand. But no, at least at this point, theoretically, it is non-different. And it is actually true. It is not theoretical. It's okay? It's a good question because we need guidance. We need, we have doubts, right? When we are in our doldrums, when we face obstacles, we need someone to help guide us through them. We're not in this on our own. We have a team. We have association.
So today I'm realizing that basically Krishna in the whole Brahma's life is always there with us.
Yes.
Right? Whether it was in Neel Madhav's form, if once it went, it was in Jagannath. So he's going to be there till destruction of this world.
Lord Jagannath is the deity for worship in this era. Yes. And that's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed us. His whole life, I said, was a how-to video. What did he do? Every day he went and took darshan of Lord Jagannath. Every day he honored prasad from Lord Jagannath. Every day he read Srimad Bhagavatam with Gadadhar Pandit. Every day he relished the pastimes of Krishna. These activities. Yeah. Krishna is always with us. And remember, he's eternally residing in our heart. The question is, do we see him in our heart? Do we want him in our heart? Have we made a place for him in our heart? That is a question. King Indudamar made a place for Lord Jagannath in giant 190-foot tall temple. You can make as opulent a place for Krishna by simply purifying our heart. Now, no difference. No difference. No difference. And how to purify the heart? Through devotional service. By chanting the holy names. By honoring prasadam. By having association. By reading books. A, B, C, D. The easy follow recipe.
What is ABCD?
A for association. We need help. Association. B, books. Shastra. So much instruction is in Shastra. C, chanting. Chanting of the holy names. And D, diet. Honoring prasad. These four things, don't have to make it so complicated. It's not so. Remember, this is what we're focused on. The intent of our heart. Vishwavasu, he was offering jungle fruits and berries and flowers. Nilamada was not saying, oh, I would like nice dosa, nice idli sambar, nice pizza, nice taco. No. He wanted nice love. He wanted love. Jungle berries were more sweet to him because they were coming from his devotee Vishwavasu with love. That is bhakti. Anything else?
There's it's not a question. Every Tuesday in India, I'm a part of this satsang group.
Yeah.
So every Tuesday we meet from 4 to 6 and we sing bhajans.
Very nice.
And in this, I just want to share this with you.
Yeah.
There's a bhajan in which a Shiv Bhakt, he goes every day morning, he takes a lota, pot, what you call glass type of thing. In that he fills it with water and then takes 2 flowers.
Okay.
He goes to this temple is in the jungle.
Yeah.
Nobody goes there.
Yeah.
But that Shivka, the temple is there.
Yeah.
So he goes there without fail, whether it's raining, hailstorm, whatever. He doesn't miss it.
Nice.
He goes there every day. Now, one day, he goes to the temple with the same procedure of taking pani, lota, water and flowers. And as he is offering water on Shiv, the lingam, Shivling, so he just puts his hands above to ring the bell. The bell is there. Suddenly he notices, all these days he never noticed it. That time he notices that his bell is of gold. Now this it's slightly higher, so he was not able to reach it. First time he noticed it's made of gold. So what he did, he is a Shiv Bhakt. His greed came out, overtook his body, became so greedy. Because he was a very pious person. Seeing the golden bell, greed overtook him. What he did, he couldn't reach it. He stood on the lingam. He stood on the lingam, tried to take the bell. Right? That very moment, Shiv Bhagwan came, no? And he got scared. He came down, tumbling down, and he started running. But then God also, Shiva, he also started running behind him. He said, "Wait, son, wait. Why are you running? Why are you scared? I want to talk to you. Come back. Come back. You have not done anything wrong. Come back to me. I want to talk to you." When he heard these sweet words from Lord Shiva, he came back. He stopped there. He didn't come back, but he stopped there. Shiva went to him. See, the explanation what God gives to us, the ignorance, the power of ignorance. People offer flowers and fruits and water. Ganga se pani la karke they offer me. Today, you offered everything, but you offered yourself on me. See? Instead of just flowers, you offered yourself on me. You stood on me. This is the biggest offering I can ever have. I'm so happy you've done this. So you ask for, like boon, you ask for anything, I will give you today. I'm very happy. So you know what he asked for? He said, I don't want anything from you, I want that golden bread. Why? Because I have got a parivar, I have got a family to run, I am a very poor person. I don't have much of earning. So if you give me that bell, at least I can look after my family. So with that innocent thought, he only asked for the golden bell which God offered him. So this is the bhajan. The entire bhajan is on this story.
Thank you for sharing that.
That is what I share.
Thank you for sharing that. Anything else?
The value of the value of the bhakti versus
bhakti.
material.
True love, that love.
Material.
He, of course, he didn't know about
But
it.
that will be finished. The gold well will be finished by gradually as time goes. This few generations may be lasting. So after that is gone. While bhakti will be eternally, generation up and down, both will be eternally saved.
Thank you very much. So enjoy Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra. Come for some service and some enjoyment with the
narration
Lord.
was very good. We really enjoyed every bit of it.
Thank you so much.
Excellent
Thank you
narration.
for your blessings.
Thank you so much.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram, Mother Subhadra Mai ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Hare Krishna.